Hey y'all, so I'm finally deciding to dive into Enigma by C. Barnes because my friend really wants me to enjoy it.
She's been saying she's going to read it for about
A
2
couple
months
months.
now.
It's been a couple
2
months.
months since the new year has begun. And
Y'all,
she keep running.
Okay, actually, I'm not running. I actually tried to get into it, but I was just not feeling the first couple pages. It was a lot going on. So I had to close the book. But now,
if you can make it through Zane's Sex Chronicles, ma'am, you can make it through this. This is just a group of people exploring their sexual journeys, if you will. The plot is them growing sexually. Don't look for the romance energy of plots, because this is not a romance novel. This is a sexual explorative novel that may have a little love in there.
okay.
May.
Well, you know, I am a smut avert, so I'm going to finally truly read this book. So that's what this video is about today. Reading Enigma and smutty behavior.
Hold her accountable, people. Hold her accountable.
I'm going to actually, not tonight, y'all, because it's already 11 o'clock. But y'all going to see me reading about it tomorrow.
Accountability.
I'm going to read the book. I'm going to read it. I'm not scared. I ain't scared. So let's get into it. Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Jasmine and welcome back to the Softest Read. But if it's your first time, it's just welcome, girl. Come on in, because all we talk about over here, because I'm a smut avert, smut, spice, and everything nice, and black romance, and smell goods, and all the things, okay? All the girly things. Y'all, as y'all have seen, my friend has been breathing down my neck about reading Enigma. And every time I see her, she always asks me, have you read the book yet? Have you read the book? When you gonna read the book? And actually, I had dived into this book, I want to say, about 2 or 3 months ago, and I only read like 5 pages before I was like, it's not given. And the reason why it wasn't given is because I truly feel like it was just doing a lot. It just felt like the author was doing a pile on of information, right? And I just did not feel like she was showing me. It just felt like an overload of information. I was just like, I don't know how y'all got past these first couple pages. But my friend did admit, she was like, girl, get through the first couple pages and that's when it really gets good. So with that being said, I'm gonna try reading this book again, y'all, because my friend, she's a book girly too, and she usually gives really good book recs. And I'm quite frankly tired of her always asking me about this damn book. Like, when you gonna read it? So now I feel like I've been bullied into finishing it. Let me not say that. Let me not say that. So what I have gathered about the book so far is that it's about 2 people who are both dealing with grief and somehow end up falling for each other. And this already sounds like it's going to be messy emotionally. So we're going to get into the story and hopefully I can get past the first 5 pages. So let's get into it. I don't know. I'm kind of excited. So yeah, let's get into it. Here goes nothing, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, it's just a pile on of information, and all of this, it's like pages on pages on pages in italics. Because it is obviously something in the past and she's trying to build up the story, but it's just a pile on of information and it's just like, it's a little bit of a drag, but I'm still gonna get through it, okay? I promise. DJ, if you're watching, I'm gonna get through it. My friend gonna beat me up if I don't read this book for real, y'all. So I need to stop playing, just read it. Sex tape crazy, need to blow. That's on under your chopper. Sniper game, probably cool. Hi, I'm here, it's nice to meet you. Know you fucking with a demon. Do about anything to please ya. Come inside me, I'm a keeper. Want me to make you a senior. Never been that hard to reach ya. When we done, you say I need ya. Oh, okay. I ain't get here. Alright, we got to the smut, y'all. Okay. Okay, begin somewhere. Okay. It's a whole day later, y'all, and I finished a book. and I actually really liked it. And I'm about to call my friend, y'all, and let her know that she was right. So I'm gonna call her while I'm on video so y'all can get her reaction, because I'm sure she would love to hear that she was right about the book, that I had to just keep reading it. So let's call her right now. Hold on. Hey y'all, look, she's on camera. Hey girl, so I did finish Enigma, and you were right. I had to just keep reading it, and I really, really liked it. I'm shocked. I'm so shocked because I was turned on too, girl, reading those scenes.
Told you. I told you to give it a chance.
And then falling into that polycule girl with Dana and Amir. I'm shocked.
Shook.
I was like, I'm actually here for it. I don't even know if it's something that I could do, but I'm here for them doing that in their 40s,
Thanks. Just observing the story unfold in the way in which it did. It was something interesting to read.
It was.
And be a part of it, for real. But to actually physically do that in real life, I don't know if that's my cup of tea, shot of vodka, whatever you want to call it, but the story in of itself, good story. And that's part 1 of a 3-book series, I believe.
Okay.
So
yeah. I'm actually eager to read.
Whole time,
girl.
Baby, I don't know about you, but that scene on that flight.
Yes.
I was like, well, wait a minute.
Yes. It was a lot of scenes. It was a lot of scenes where I was just like, I was really turned on. I cannot believe it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yes, girl.
And the readers, the followers, let us know.
We'll let them know.
Number 2.
Yes.
You jump into book 2, okay?
Will. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Okay, y'all. So okay, y'all. The book was good. Okay, I'm shocked. I'm really, really shocked that I enjoyed the read. Let me get myself together because that book was something else, y'all. Enigma. Something else. I want to talk about 3 things that really stood out to me in this read, and I will be starting with the spice, okay, which is the basis of this damn book. Okay, they're doing a lot of fucking in here. They are fucking in here. Okay, and like I had shared with my friend, y'all, I was really turned on reading this book, and I think it was mostly because Leanna, the main female character in the book, knew no bounds when it came to pleasing the male character in this book, and his name is Caleb. So let's get into it, y'all. So Leanna is a cardiothoracic surgeon who's head of her hospital that she works at, and sis is quite literally that girl, okay? She's paid, she's pretty, and she's educated, and the book opens up with us learning that her husband, Angelo, had recently passed away, and she finds herself tangled up between the sheets with this childhood best friend named Caleb, who's also a pro athlete and has also just recently lost his wife as well. Now, while they're both grieving and trying to hold each other down through their losses, they naturally grow close and things take off with them sneaking around and having sex, honey. Any and every chance they can get. What I love the most about them is that they're 2 grown people in their 40s who are not afraid to explore all of their sexual inhibitions with each other. I'm talking Leanna is eating a lot of ass, okay? Sis is eating ass like it's going out of style. And she done got this big old athlete, Caleb, to submit to her in the bedroom, okay? On some dom and sub shit. But she's the dom, he's the sub. And Caleb, though, he has a filthy mouth. And when I tell you that man is a certified eater, he's a certified ew. Like when it comes to pleasure, these 2 are so in sync, and it feels like they're trying to outdo each other in the bedroom, trying to see who can get who to come faster. Which brings me to the dynamic between these 2, okay, y'all? So aside from all this sexing they're doing, they're also catching real feelings for each other. It's not just physical, it's the safety, it's the familiarity, it's the fact that they've known each other for over 20 years. So when they fall into this relationship, it just feels natural for them to do. Now, what really made me perk up was when they started bringing in another couple into their relations. Like they have a whole, what's called a polycule going on, and they start exploring with them. And baby, when I tell you, it's just a lot of fucking going on. It's a lot going on. You've got girl on girl moments. You got spit swapping. You got more ass eating. You got double penetration. Not to mention them going on dates together, traveling together, and even stepping into spaces like sex clubs together. But what stood out the most to me was why Leanna and Caleb were doing it. They both recognized that they had spent most of their lives in a monogamous relationship. They were both married and they both became widowers, but they felt like not that they were restricted in their marriages per se, because they were exploring themselves sexually within their marriages, but now they don't want that like restriction of like just being them together. They want to bring in other people. They are in their 40s and they are trying to have a good time, and they understand that life can be snatched from you in any moment because they've seen it with their partners. So now they're trying to explore all of their inhibitions. Whatever they wanted to do and explore and do, they want to live their lives. And to be honest, I'm in my 30s. I can see why they want to do that in their 40s, especially having lost their loved ones so suddenly and unexpectedly, and knowing like life is short, of course, and that they've always had these thoughts of having relations with other people. They've, admitted that whenever they saw somebody in passing, they'll bite their lip and look at them and, have thoughts of sexing them down. But out of respect for their marriage, they never tiptoed out of their marriage. They respected their vows enough not to step out. I understand why they would feel that way later on in life, having gone through what they've gone through. But me, myself, and honey, I have shared this before, but I'm a jealous woman. And I don't think I could ever stomach the idea of my man giving away my dick to anybody else. Like, I think I would be sick just imagining it. And then there's a lot of voyeurism going on in this book as well. They'll couple swap and then they'll be watching each other fuck the other couple. And I just don't think that if I saw my man giving away again my dick to another woman, I would be okay with it. I would be sick, and I think I would be ready to fight. I just can't see myself seeing and watching my man dick down somebody else and me getting turned on. I would be turned off, okay? Let's just start there and end there too, okay? But I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. So if that's what you are into, girl, I'm so happy for you that you are living your life for real and having so much fun, but it's just not my cup of tea, not my cup of vodka. Like my friend was saying, it's not my cup of tea, not my cup of vodka, not my cup of juice, baby. I'm so happy to other people who are actually stepping outside of themselves to actually really give themselves that opportunity to explore pleasure without shame and doing them. If y'all are out here in this world having, what is it called? Polycules with your partner, with another couple, that is so tea. That is real tea. Keep living your best life, babe. But this dynamic between Leanna and Caleb, I am so happy that it's like a mutual understanding and conversation and agreement between them that this is what they want. I don't think one wanted it more than the other. They both equally wanted to open up their relationship and explore together, which I think is just unheard of, because sometimes what you would hear is that one person wanted a threesome more than the other person in the relationship, and that person, let me just say this, a man can want a threesome more than his girlfriend, and the girlfriend may give him the threesome and end up doing stuff that she just will later on resent him for. And she only did it because it was something that he really wanted and she was trying to please him. And, I have heard of stuff happening like that, and that just messes up the relationship. But for Leanna and Caleb, again, this is what they both wanted. They both are aware of what comes with it, what comes with bringing in people into their relationship, and they are comfortable with it. And they don't get jealous at seeing the other fuck somebody else. Which brings me to my last point, which is the lesson that I learned in the book. And what I took from the book more than anything is how free they were in being honest about what they wanted, not just with each other, but with themselves. Leanna and Caleb, they weren't trying to pretend, they weren't trying to hide, they weren't trying to fit into what a traditional relationship looked like. And while yes, there was lots of sex in this damn book, I don't know how many times I've said that so far, and I'm sorry, y'all, like if it sounds like I'm saying that too much, but it's a lot of sex. There is still a story in between all of the things, and you see them really grow together. You see them learn together. You see them learn how to speak up. You see them exploring their wants and their needs. You see them navigating life after loss. You see them dealing with real life relationships, like the ones that they have with their parents and their adult children, because like I said, they're in their 40s, they have children. I don't think I mentioned that they had children yet, but they both have kids. We see them navigate those relationships in their 40s with their kids and their own parents, and it's real life stuff that I like, the stuff that they go through with their parents and stuff that a lot of us have gone through within our own relationships with our parents. And so to see it unfold, I'm like, okay, this book actually has a story to it. It has some gems, some lessons to be learned throughout all the sex. And that's what I like the most about this read. It makes you look at your own life and get honest about who you are, what makes you happy, and being open to exploring your needs and having a partner who's willing to meet you there without judgment. And that's not something you see often. All in all, y'all, I'm so happy I picked this book back up because I really enjoyed the read and I plan on reading part 2. But I have to press pause here because I have another series that I just need to close out before I can really dive into this one. But I'm really thankful that my friend encouraged me to pick this book back up, because without her encouragement I probably wouldn't have. But I really truly enjoyed the book and all of the filth that was in here, honey. And I have been seeing the comments about it. Everybody was saying this was a hot topic on Threads and Facebook at one point in my Facebook group. Everybody was saying this book was just so smutty, and they weren't lying. This book was full of filth, y'all. With that being said, have y'all ever originally DNF'd the book and picked it back up later and learned that you actually liked it? That you just need to let it marinate a little bit, girl? Which book was it? Let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking for book recs that have that same kind of factor. Like, people might hate it at first and then later it turns out that it's a good ass book. Let me know. Well, that's it for me today, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me again as I yap about another book. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and leave your girl a comment. And I will see y'all in the next one. Mwah.
Tell your girlfriend that you're single. Call me over past the cool parts. Sweet little bit, but like a porn star.